there's a couple of ways to do this thing where you essentially dynamically parent something. In the old days, and still, people would use would maybe make two scenes actually. One scene where all of the animation goes on and he goes and touches the thing just when he's going to pick it up, and then another scene where the thing is actually parented, and then continues from there. And that works fine. It's easy to manage, and etc. The problem is if you want to tweak the animation and you have it to be continuous between the two scenes, and if you use something like motion blur, you'll have issues with that. The other option is to use something like a parent constraint, which is what I have here. So the ball here is parent constraint to the locator, the cube, and the cone, and then it can do. Then I can do things like this by dynamically animating the constraint. So what you can see here is that this constraint here, it changes. So one means that is the thing it's following, right? It is a little tricky because it requires you to do update and keying of these relative things if you need to do more than one pickup. Luckily, you don't need to do that in this case. There's also another option. For something like the hands, what you could do was parent them to the sphere, and then just animate them in the local space of the sphere until you touch them, and then animate the sphere instead. So then they would follow the sphere, right? I can just show you. If I bring up the file. There we go. And I need something to move. There we go. It's pretty big. Maybe slightly too big. I'll just make it slightly smaller. Okay. So essentially what you could do is, first of all, for this thing you want IK on. So I grab this thing and set IK to 1. So you can see it switches over, so it becomes the IK handle. You can do animation and then you do match IK, match FK thing, but that's another story. But so for instance, if a simple thing to do here is to parent these two under this. So parent, so now they are part of that hierarchy. So you can see now those controllers are now part of this. So if I move this, they move with it. And then I'll just animate them in the local space of the sphere, because the sphere is here and I want to pick it up. So I just grab these two, key that, and then at frame 13 maybe, move these over. Just need to find out where it is exactly. So something like this. Just key those two. And then I need to bend him over. So something like this. He's probably a little far away, but never mind that. So like so. And then I need to just rotate these to fit there. And yeah, now I actually forgot something that I'll just fix, so I key that. But at this point here I needed to have him rotated up, so it'll just be there. So what happens now is that his hands go down to the ball, and then at this point what I can do is I can just animate him the other way. So I'll just leave that there, like so. So he'll just be down a little bit, and then I'll rotate him up, like so. And then I'll animate the ball as well. Just key that there, and then here to move that up there. Key that, so you can see that it will sort this sort of thing. So that is a simple way to do it. It'll only work if it's just him walking along doing that pickup. It won't. It'll work really badly if you want him to drop the ball now, because then suddenly if he drops the ball, his hands will be tied to it, and it's all a big pain. So the other option, if I can get back to that, can I do that? Yeah, I could. The other option is to do the same sort of animation. So make him key there, and then I'll actually move this in like so, and then make him go down and rotate. So of course I wanted to like bend his back and stuff, but this is fine for now. And then I want to move these. Let's move those down. Whew. What happened there? Local space. W, and go world there. So something like that. And just rotate this and move it down. Key. Same thing here. That was not good. So key. So he's essentially doing this, and then we want to pick it up. And we have two opportunities here. We can either parent the hands to the sphere, or we can parent the sphere to the hands. The problem with parenting the sphere to the hands is that we need to make sure that the hands like sit on the ball the same way. So it makes more sense in this case to parent the hands to the ball. So I grab this thing as the target and this as the object being constrained, and I go constraint, parent constraint, like so. So then it's just following the thing here, and I can do the same thing here, constrain, parent constraint. Okay, so it's just going there, and then I need to like just make him come up here and then get back up like so. Maybe have him all the way over like this, and then grab this thing, and then that would be around here. Put a key on that, and then there, and move this up. So over. So it should sort of work. Might be that I'm sliding a little bit too much on the arms there, too far out, but this is the idea. So you get this, right? And then what we have done so far is we just parent constrained it. You can see that these are still in the normal hierarchy, but they're constrained to the sphere. That means that we can actually animate the constraint. So if we go to this, and you can see we have this thing called parent constraint, and it has a weight of 1 here. So if we then go here and then put a key on that one, key selected, and same thing for this thing, key selected, and then we go maybe 2 frames. Set this to 0. This will look bad in a second. something like key selected. So it's not constrained to the ball at the moment, but it did like move all of the way. It popped down there when we deselected it, and that is the little tricky thing here, that we need to have the attribute editor open for the parent constraint, which is here. And then what we do is we key it at this point, and then we can go forward to here, press update, and key it again. And then it should work for one of them. See, the one of them works now. So then we go to the other one, key that, and go forward here, update and key, and then it will work. And then as, see this thing here, goes up there, just keep it keyed at the same position, and then we'll make it drop. So it'll drop pretty fast. So just go down this way, like so. Right? So he picks it up, and then it can drop. So then it's essentially released here. Of course, this animation here is not quite what we wanted, but if we just look at that here, so this thing here should like this should be a hard corner, so we need to break tangents here. There we go. And then we can like make this like, that was actually the wrong thing I did there. So this thing here I need to change. Like so. So it should fall more believable now. Right. But that way you can make it attach, but it's frequent that it's not the ball you're attaching to the hands, but it's actually the hands to the ball. Sort of the opposite thing as what you would expect maybe. But think of it that way, that when you grab something, you're actually attaching your hands to one thing, and you want to animate as little as possible, because if you would animate the hands, then you had to keep the same distance and everything at all times to make it work. So it's the other way around. Yep.